which is the gods. But a strange thing, when you say Allah, this can't be made plural. It becomes unique because this particular word in Arabic cannot have two of it. Is that right? So already that perfectly fits one God because you can't make it two. It's so powerful that when you say Allah to an Arab and understand what you're saying, there's no doubt in his mind you're not talking about something in your hand. You're talking about Allah, the God. Another unique thing about it, English is real clear. If you want to say female God, you say goddess. A goddess. She is a goddess. Huh? But when you say Allah, it cannot be made female nor male. Doesn't have gender. Does not have gender. Now right away somebody's going to say, hold on a second. In the Quran, how many times it said Allahu? Allahu means Allahi. That's masculine. It's right there. You stupid. Says it. This is not gender. This is out of respect. This is only out of respect instead of saying like it or something like that. Because Allah is having this big respect and honor and dignity, and that also explains why you find we in the Quran. We does not mean plural. It's the royal we, like a king or queen. We decree the following decree, and we are not amused, and like that, you know. So, when I speak to you, I say, you are, and I am. Why do I do that? When it's clear that we're individuals, one. And when you have a single, it's is. This is, that is over there, he is, she is, right? But when it's plural, two or more, it's are. You are, this is, they are, those guys are, these are, that, you know. So when it's plural, are. Singular, is. Now, by the way, we do have some of the boys with us right now that are is, and they'd like to become are. They're single, and they'd like to become are. You got that, girl? You need these guys married off, okay? But when I speak directly to a person and I say you are, and there's only one person there, it's out of respect. The language provides for that respect. And when I say I is, the only way that works is if I'm in certain parts of the south of the United States or Brooklyn. You know. But otherwise, if you understand the grammar, you always say I am and you are, and it's because of this respect. It's the same thing in Arabic. So when Allah says we, don't panic and go, oh my God, there is three gods, and you know, don't do that. Okay? That's a mistake some other people made with the Bible, okay? Because it does have the plural in the Bible as well, talking about we. It doesn't mean Allah and the angels, it means Allah, period, because there's no power beside Allah. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. There's no might, there's no power, there's no energy source. There is nothing but Allah. Now this brings us to an interesting question now. What about my free will? Don't I have any power here? Doesn't the devil have some kind of power? Isn't it? Does the devil have power? If he does, how much power does he have?
As much as he wants.
Too much? And if he has power, could his power grow to the extent that he could overpower Allah?
No.
Wait a minute, how do you know that? Wait a minute, what? Think of what you just said. If you said he could have any power at all, you already have negated the fact that Allah is Al-Qawi. Is Allah Al-Qawi? The all-powerful?
Yes.
Meaning what? There isn't anybody else got any power. And if somebody has any power, how much do they have? And what would be the limit on it? And how could they get more? And maybe if one bad person and another, and they could add it up all together until so much bad it could overpower God. Huh? All of a sudden you're starting to think about Star Wars. Yes, Luke, may the Force be with you! Give it a rest. Think about it. That's not the teaching in Islam. That's the teaching in Christianity. The devil has power in Christianity. Oh yeah. And especially in Hinduism. Oh, and Taoism, it's an equal amount of white good on top and black bad on the bottom. Why is black always associated with bad? Have you ever wondered about that? I think white people came up with that idea. That's okay. Louis Farrakhan turned it around the other way. He said, God is black. Holy with love. But think about it. Where's this power coming from? Do you have any power? Ask yourself, do I have power? If I have power, what kind of power do I have? And think real hard about this one. Do I have willpower? I think I have willpower. Maybe. If I want something, can I make it happen just by willing it?
No.
Yes or no?
No.
If I can, what do I need God for? But then if I don't have any willpower, that means everything is from Allah. Why should I get punished if I do something wrong? Because it would be His fault, right? So how can I solve this one? And by the way, this actually happens to be one of the principal tenets of Islam, without which you can't be a Muslim. Listen up. There are 6 areas of belief essential to Islam, and they're mentioned in 2 different hadiths. One is, they're both called the hadith of Jibril. They're very similar. One doesn't mention Hajj in it. Another one does. Right? You know what I'm talking about. I'm rambling around here, but I didn't lose you yet, did I? Okay. When they asked Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, what is Islam? And he said, Islam is bear witness that la ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah salawat al-khams, pray 5 times a day. Hajj fi baytullah, he said that last. And he mentioned Psalm, Ramadan, Zakat al-Mal. You know all about what's the 5 pillars of Islam. But they said, what is Iman? That was a separate question. And he said, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Iman is to believe in Allah, wa malaikatihi is angels, wa kutubihi is what? Books. Wa rasulihi is prophets, and Yawm al-Akhir, or the Yawm al-Qiyamah, which is the Day of Judgment, and Qadr. What is Qadr?
All the goods.
It says, Innal anzalnahu fi laylatul qadr. Is that right?
Yeah.
Where is that? Is it in the Quran?
Yes.
What is that?
Night of power.
Laylatul qadr? Night power, right? Why did you use the word power? Does the night have power?
Conscious power.
Or is it meaning preordination? It's actually the night of preordination that it was written that that's the night it's going to come down on. And he sent down this wahi, or the Quran. Now, Qadr. I have to believe in it or I can't be a Muslim. The Prophet ﷺ just said that in the famous hadith of Jibril. But what is that? It means, according to the Prophet ﷺ, who tells us that everything was written before Allah created. You are sitting exactly in the chair, in the place in Fort Worth, Texas, that was written for you before Allah created the first atom. Ouch. He knew. He wrote it. He caused it to be written. It says the first thing that Allah created was what? A pen. And He ordered the pen to write. And the pen wrote. Until the pen wrote everything that was going to happen from the beginning to the end. And the pen is put up and the ink is dry. It's really important to know this.